Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
That was kind of just a moment. I was trying to get our stream up so that I can be in the chat with everyone.
Oh yeah, no computer day.
Yeah, it's downstairs.
There
we go. So, welcome to the Mugs Podcast. Today, we took it a little easy. You're doing a kickstart. I'm doing an Arizona sweet tea. Nothing super fancy. And as always, if you want to support the show in any way, that would be through doing Humble Bundle right here on my side. You're going to support charities and you're going to support us.
Yes. Now, last week we took it's been a real rough couple of months between both of our jobs, taking up a lot of time. And like even the homework you gave me, I still am having a hard time finding the time to do.
It's all right. We'll get to it.
We will get to it.
Put things in perspective for you. The adventure we went on last week that made us late. I did that again today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Must have been fun.
Yeah. Blast.
But we're slowly but surely mentally getting back to where we were back when we started this whole entire endeavor.
Yep. Just as drained as always. No.
Shit. But no, drained, but at the same time very head forward, always moving.
There'll be bumps in the road every now and then, but we'll bounce back.
Oh yeah. We always get back up.
Always get back up. Lauren hates when I say that.
Really?
Yeah, she says it's sad. So.
Yeah.
All right. So this week we had the state of play from PlayStation, but we're only going to break down a couple things out of that throughout this episode. So before we get into it, though, we're going to hit a couple things. It's just we didn't really see the point of going too hard on the state of play because a lot of it was these existing games
over
are
on
now
PlayStation
on PlayStation, and it's like,
but
cool.
Thank you. We don't. It's not that we're anti-Sony. We do have our gripes with Sony. I mean, I've got two Sony games strapped on my body. Technically 3.
Because originally.
And I mean, it's not to blame them, but these two are exclusive. These two will never leave Sony. This one's done though.
Yeah.
Forever. Sad. Because Guerrilla Games is closed. Moving on. But
they just haven't been impressive. There's not a lot we want to talk about. That's what it really comes down to. We went kind of hard with the Marvel announcements they made earlier in the month.
Yeah.
But this time it's just... I don't want to hit you guys with the game you already know is there.
Yeah.
Just to tell you it's over on this console you probably don't own. Or if you do own, you already saw that and know it's there. So, we're just going to talk about a few of them, though. But before we get into that, last week you had a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or something like that.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter.
For a board game. This week I have one.
A 5e attachment, but yes.
Okay,
a board game nonetheless.
Paper and pen game.
Yes. Boop. Freaking Resident Evil is getting another one, and this one's by a company I've heard of called Steamforged Games. Steamforged Games does a lot of really good miniature figures for like additional attachments for Warhammer. They did the Critical Role ones for Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine for their campaign sets. Very nice looking resin minis. They look well textured. And then when I saw these, as I rolled down, I said, those minis look nice. And they do. They look very well articulated for only being, I think, 1.5, 2 inch. 2 inch? Looks to be 2 inch. But even still, beautiful. I've seen a Resident Evil board game before, and I scratched my head and I was like, didn't we already have one? No, we had I saw Resident Evil 2, the board game. We never had the original board game.
2 and 3 are actually apparently made by the company that's actually making this one. So
yes.
It's coming from them again. But they had done the Kickstart. Not like any Kickstarter, there's going to be different cash-ins for this. That being said, this game immediately got its funding.
Oh, yeah, and then some. Let's scroll all the way up. Boom. So that's for $137,000, which is a fair middle. And no. $1 million. It got almost 10 times the amount that they asked for. And it has 14 days left, and the buy-in is £72, but the Bravo Pledge gives you the board game and some extra goals that have been there, which I if I recall correctly, it was just like the extra little bits and bobs that are additional, but they look it looks easy to learn, first. Secondly, the minis. The minis alone are probably worth £72, which is, from what this says, about $100, but I think it's a little more than. These look great. The minis are fantastic. Even if you play D&D 5e, these would be great run-ins for Undead, hands down. And of course, they have their Bravo Pledge, which is all that unlocked. It has the additional characters, all the enemy. Look at all these figures.
It's a lot of figures.
It's a lot of figures and dogs.
Recreate some great scenes with the dogs.
Yes. Here's the additional one. You get the Rookie Rebecca figure, which is the one schoolgirl for the Raccoon City School District. Where is the extras?
Wait a minute.
There's extra. Whoa! There's doors and whatnot.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
Walls, doors.
Doors, tokens. There's the additional, but where's the extra unlock? There we go. The extra pathways. More figure. Are you get yawn? Can we get a yawn? No, that's. Oh wait, is that yawn?
All right, but I'm not seeing the most important character. Keep scrolling. Nope, I didn't see a silhouette for the most important character. No tofu. I ain't playing.
No tofu. No hunk. Next to unlock. 250 likes, 250 comments. Wow, they're just wanting to get their name out there. They don't want money. They want. There's yawn. Hey, buddy. Pet.
Snick.
Into the Darkness expansion, and then the Bleak Outpost with, I forget the shark's name.
I know, that was a pissed off pumpkin.
And then, of course, the game tray is where it keeps everything nice and segregated.
I would definitely want the game tray.
Oh, yeah. And then, the retro box. Oh, that looks so cool. And then the vial with all the dice that you would use. The reusable player sheets. And then the walls, doors, and then the extras, and then another pledge pack. Oh my god!
Yeah, at this point you're hitting like $300, but you're getting a lot for that $300.
Oh yeah, you are.
So you got plenty of videos where they break down things of the games, and you can check out the rule books and all kinds of stuff if you just go to Kickstarter and you check out the Resident Evil board game.
And there's these are the same guys that also did Dark Souls board game.
Nice.
But yeah.
Have you ever played the Dark Souls board game?
We saw it in that one shop, but no, I never did anything. Hey, babe.
It's been a while since I bought any board games. We just watched that jump like $70.
Someone bought one. Yeah, someone bought one.
All right. Really quick, we're not going to get too into this. So this is for the upcoming online BlitzCon, which is no longer upcoming. So they made an announcement on their blog post. If you really want to get in depth with it, you can check it out for this. It was BlizzCon Online is what it's actually called. I always forget that that's how they went with the name. They're saying that they wanted to make clear about they aren't holding BlizzCon in February. They're going to be working on trying to make these events more what they should. So there just won't be a BlizzCon in February. Like I said, we don't want to get too into the drama that's going on at I shouldn't even call it drama. The BS that's going on over at Blizzard. So it's just anyone that was planning on checking out BlizzCon Online, it will not be there this February.
Kind of a little bit of a hiccup as far as some people haven't really heard about it as of yet, so might as well let people in. Did you know they're changing McCree's name?
No.
Yes, they are changing McCree's name because he was a part of that drama, of which we don't wish to talk about, enough to warrant a name change for the character themselves.
Interesting.
A little bit.
Well, hopefully they can make some big redemptions.
Yes. Speaking of big redemptions, I want it.
So, this is the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, wait, I think I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh.
Well, still, this is the Guardians of the Galaxy LP, $50 on Mondo. It's already sold out. Keep scrolling down. Let's see. Did they advertise any of their other ones? Okay. Darn. Okay. Can you do a search real quick for Guardians of the Galaxy just up in that little search bar? To the right.
Oh, there it is.
I dropped the ball on this one, guys. I'm sorry.
We're working on it. On the fly.
Right
Oh, there it is.
There. That one.
Oh, the video game one.
Yes, so they did the video game one, which, by the way, hopefully this tells you, but if you wanted to know what the soundtrack for the new video game is, they completely put it out on SoundCloud.
Oh, good.
But you're getting 2 records, 2 vinyls from this.
2 very nice looking records.
One's green, the other's like a pinkish purple.
Purple. Magenta.
My color division ass can't tell.
It's okay.
It's a beautiful box. There you go. There's the run for this for this playlist that you're gonna have throughout this game.
Yeah, it gives you the whole thing.
This is a badass playlist.
Is it?
Yeah, if you want to run through it real quick. Number 1, Zero to Hero. 2, Bit of Good, Bit of Bad. 3, Space Riders with No Name. 4, Ghost. 5, Watch Me Shine. 6, We're Here. 7, All for One. 8, No Guts, No Glory. 9, Solar Skies. And 10, The Darkness Inside. So that's the actual soundtrack portion of it.
There's more.
Well, yeah, that's the actual soundtrack portion of it.
Oh.
And then, it looks like this is more of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have the actual playlist that you're listening to throughout the game.
Oh, this is all of it. Yeah, because of Guardians of the Galaxy original video game soundtrack. It's just this is just what's on the vinyl.
Yeah, so the vinyl's not listing. So if you go to Spotify, then
yeah,
we won't get into it. If you go into Spotify, they have the actual what is on his cassettes that you're listening to in the game.
Okay.
They've got. There's a little bit of everything there. I Need a Hero's on there. They've got.
I Need a Hero.
They got Motley Crue on there. They've got. Final Countdown on there. It's a lot of really good ones on there.
Okay.
I want to get the game. It's got a nice steel box that I might buy.
I'm also very interested in this game, but I'll probably. Oh no, I can't. I have the digital.
You have the digital.
I have the digital.
I'll
probably buy it again. I'll just buy it again. Who cares?
buy the digital and then I'll get the steel box. It's a nice steel box.
Is it?
But yeah, so if you want to check this out, it's on Mondo. They do a lot of LPs, a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. This does look very fun. This looks like a pretty good passion project considering they got like the Guardians in not a very flattering pose in the opener.
And a note, this composer has done some other games, including I do believe one of the Mass Effects and the 007 Bloodstone.
Oh, Bloodstone? I don't remember Bloodstone.
It was the one that was like its own story rather than being based off one of the movies. It had Daniel Craig in it. I own it for the 360.
Oh, is that the one that kind of like does like the histories, not in Legends, but the one that kind of goes into like the why he went to the place like for the dam dive where he jumps off the dam?
No, I don't think it did that. So the weird thing is they released 4 Daniel Craig games almost back to back. So they did Quantum of Solace, they did Bloodstone, they did Legends, which had Craig basically being Bond throughout previous films. So there was a Goldfinger level, there was a few other levels where he plays like Bond in movies that were played by other actors, and then it ended with the Skyfall DLC that came out after Skyfall the movie. It was included, but they didn't want to release the mission until the movie came out.
Oh, okay.
And then he also did a remake of GoldenEye.
Okay, that's what I was thinking then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bloodstone was just one that was like its actual own story rather than being based off the movies.
Okay. But
these are for pre-order right now at $35, so it's not bad.
Not bad for 2 vinyls.
Yeah. I just definitely spent some good money on vinyls that didn't look nearly as good as this.
Glittering gold, trinket and baubles, paid for in blood.
Yeah, you lost me. No.
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon.
The second one has a nice little early access trailer. The only way to get early access is through the Epic Game Store. Bit of a still with me, but I'm slowly starting to enjoy Epic Game Store and their freebies because I've grabbed a couple games that I would have bought over the course of time that are still full priced, even on sale, like 10-15% off. I was like, Epic Games kind of came through clutch with it, so I will admit, yes, your free games are interesting.
I keep forgetting to check. I haven't checked in so long.
I don't even think I grabbed this week's. But Darkest Dungeon 2 has their early access. The artist that did the characters said that I believe they've never used this program to animate, and they look so good. A nice little 2.5D shading. They look great. It's pretty much a good spectrum. Same game, but better. No, it is not called Darker Than Darkest Dungeon. Considering, can you go darker than dark?
I'm just going to go plaid.
That is dark. But I'm excited for this game. It's gonna be
speed.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna look good. It's gonna play good. More content. That's all I like out of these games.
I mean, it could always be that color. What is it?
Vanta Black.
Is it?
Yeah, Vanta Black.
Is that the one that if you're not careful, the paint combusts?
What?
Okay, so it's not that one. So the guy that made the Sky Bean in Chicago, which he hates that it's called that, but he's an asshole, so fuck him. He bought the right to the darkest color paint that there was at the time, the darkest black that there was. And it's actually very touchy paint. And he bought it so that no one else could use it. He's that kind of asshole.
Okay.
And so he bought it so that nobody else could use it. But one of his biggest competitors, who is purely his competitor in the fact that he, doesn't take this guy's crap, just look up the Sky Bean in Chicago.
Sky Beam?
Sky Bean, like food.
Bean.
Yeah. You're gonna need to look up Chicago with it.
Oh, Chicago. Chicago.
Okay, Sky Bean in Chicago. Cloudgate. British artist Sir Anish Kapoor. So search his name, and then search it with
Color.
the black paint.
Oh, black paint. Okay.
Blackest color ever made. Yeah, so black 3.0. The shit will fucking combust if you're not careful.
Really?
Yeah, so there's an artist who basically hates everything this guy stands for, and is more like art should be allowed to be a thing, people should be allowed to use the paints, yada yada. So he went through and actually made a black that's just as black, but safer, because he found a different way to make it, and lets anyone use it with the stipulation that they will not let him use it.
Artists, man.
It's a crazy thing.
Yeah. Also, we're I don't know if you guys can tell from the thing. We're also eating Sour Patch Kids. We're also facing the little go away.
But we're big monsters of people.
Oops. It just fell into my mouth. I don't know what happened.
So yeah, when you're talking about the Darkest Dungeon, I was thinking the Blackest Black. Yeah. Also, the artist who made the Pinkest Paint ever, and will sell to everyone except him. So yeah, Sox knows what I'm talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the pettiness? Is he just like one of those individuals who's like,
this guy,
made that come up that you'll never touch.
Anish Kapoor. He's kind of just an arrogant ass. Like, for instance, he hates that we call it the Sky Bean, and gets very upset if you call it the Sky Bean
because it reflects the sky and it's a bean.
It's Cloudgate, according to him. I'm like, it's a giant silver bean, dude. It's the Sky Bean.
Okay.
He's kind of an asshole. So like I said, he didn't invent Blackest Black, but he bought the rights to it.
I mean, just the fact that I looked up Sky Bean Chicago and it comes up with it.
Yeah. It's what everyone calls it. No one calls it Cloudgate. It's the Bean or Sky Bean. In one of the Dresden books, they call it the Bean.
Yeah. Like, don't get huffy puffy.
So yeah, he won't make the black available. Like he's like, I own it, and he doesn't want anyone else to use it so that he can use it in his artwork, and so no one's artwork will ever be like his. Like he owns the black that is the Blackest Black. So the other guy went through and made the other one. He won't let him use it and he'll let literally everyone use it as long as they don't let him use it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a level of pettiness I will never know there, but very kudos.
Yeah.
You guys can't hear it, but I'm clapping.
So that all came from we were trying to figure out how you go from the darkest dungeon to the
Blackest
another
Black.
darkest dungeon.
The Blackest Black. Yeah.
So it's the Blackest Black.
Over to the state of play. Yeah, so there was a few things that caught the interest. Square Enix dropped another Star Ocean. I like Star Ocean. My favorite is, and probably will always be, Star Ocean till the end of time. It is a very fun game, very wholesome story. 60 plus hours of game right there. That was core PlayStation 2 JRPG.
See, my thing is I don't mind a game with 60 hours play. That sounds amazing. But it needs to be 60 hours of intriguing play, not 60 hours of repeating the same thing, getting bored, and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's what this is because I've never played this. I don't know.
Right. I would say there's maybe, out of the 60 hours, maybe a tenth of that. So 6 hours of, I gotta grind, or I gotta go over here and do this.
For instance, Shenmue, or whatever it was called.
Shenmue,
the sequel where you literally have to walk the entire length of the goddamn mountain.
Yep.
And they put one quick time event in there that if you fuck up, it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? He just falls in the water, then gets out.
He shits his ass.
That would have been better.
He shits his whole entire ass. But the trailer made there was actually some gameplay in it. And it looked pretty good. Same artists that did Till the End of Time. You can very, very much tell. Beautiful animations. Beautiful scenery. Cities. I'm excited. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it because a PlayStation.
Yeah, so that's basically, at this point looking like a $600 game unless you go through buy other games so that you can split like what you paid on the console up across those other games to make it feel like it was more worth it.
Right. Like I would want Miles Morales.
You can get that on the PlayStation 4.
Oh, I can.
It's just the less crisp. It's not the 4K.
I want crispy. I want the crispiest.
I'm still gonna buy that one because I can't go out and buy a console. Oop, I definitely closed that. I'm gonna eventually have to get a PlayStation because I want Spider-Man 2 and I want the Wolverine game and the new God of War with Daddy Thor looks good.
Papa Thor. His mouth's a little bit Thor.
That reminds me, I have a photo to show you later.
Oh no. Another very interesting trailer that was kind of backseated to State of Play was Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, which is the 5v5. I don't know the whole details of it, but it looks pretty. It looks very pretty.
We were talking earlier that we're not entirely sure if this is going to release on its own or if it's going to release alongside of Bloodlines 2, a lot like the Resident Evil thing. Was it Reverse?
Yeah.
Because really, this doesn't feel like it should be its own game.
Right.
Now, that's kind of how I felt when it came to the concept of what is the Star Wars game that it's all about flying the ships and
Squadron?
Yeah, Squadron. Until I saw that it was half the price of a full game, and I was like, oh, that's better.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is going to be a full price game, but it very much feels like this is a
cash grab.
Not even, I mean, I guess you could call it cash grab, but I was going to say, like, this feels like the Crucible of Bloodlines, not like it should be its own game.
Right.
So, but they did make the Nosferatu look pretty cool in this.
They did, and I hope that in the Bloodlines 2, the Nosferatu, if you happen to be able to choose it, that you're not having to stick to the sewers eating rats and being bored out of your mind. I want to skulk in the shadows. I want a person walking down the side of the road, you get to pull up a hood and just go.
Justin, the point of video games is to escape reality, not just do your regular day stuff.
But I like Vampire the Masquerade. I've always wanted to do the board game, but
the tabletop game.
Yeah, it's just my mind doesn't really do. Last week was probably the most vampire I've had since the last time we watched Once Bitten. That was probably the last vampire movie we saw, and that was a while ago. Like, me and vampires, not really something to get along.
I just watched Dracula 2000 the other night for the first time in 10 years.
Dracula 2000?
Yeah,
is it as corny as I am understanding it right now?
So let me paint the picture for you.
Okay.
It's 1990s.
Okay.
Someone's gonna make a movie called Dracula 2000.
Okay.
And the shitbag that is Weinstein buys the rights to this film.
Okay.
Calls up a writer and tells him, "I just bought the rights to Dracula 2000."
I just bought the rights to Dracula 2000.
Okay. Is it good? No. Well, then why did you buy it? Because it's called Dracula 2000. He then proceeds to hire this writer to write a new script for it. He hates his script, makes someone else write a new script for it. That script is okay. It has a lot of references to the book. It's a little cheesy. It's very much a 2000s movie. You got Gerard Butler playing Dracula. Young Gerard Butler.
Wait.
You got...
Hold on. Gerard Butler playing a vampire.
Pull it up.
Oh.
Dracula 2000. You realize you're in the the YouTube search, right?
Yep. Oh, the whole movie's just smacked right there.
Oh, yeah, but it's by. But yeah, there you go.
Oh, my. Oh, man.
The movie's actually not that bad. A little clunky in certain parts, but it's okay. It's got Christopher Plummer playing Van Helsing. And you find he's talking that he's the ancestor of Van Helsing. And spoilers, he's not. He's been injecting himself with Dracula's blood pulled through leeches to keep himself alive because he can't figure out how to kill Dracula because nothing is actually killing Dracula. He doesn't like crosses and silver and all that stuff, but it doesn't kill him. Where this movie gets wild is at the end. Do you want to know?
Was that Kelso?
No, Kelso is Ashton Kutcher. That's Hyde.
Oh, Hyde.
Who's been canceled.
It goes to show that I watched that 70 show.
Yeah. And also the guy from the Scary Movie movies. Or at least the first one.
I mean, Dimension Films kind of hired the same people, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Dimension Films is Miramax.
Yes.
Miramax made Scream.
Yes.
Dimension Films made Scary Movie. So they parodied their own movie and got you to fucking buy it.
Yes.
God knows the Wayans, and there's that. Oh yeah, the guy from Hackers, James Lee. I can't think of his name right now. Do you want to know the ending?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, what was that?
That's actually a deleted scene that doesn't happen.
Oh, the Rising?
Yeah, that's not actually in the movie.
Howdy.
They use it for the trailer, and that's it.
Wow.
Do you want to know the ending?
Sure.
Spoilers for Dracula 2000 if you haven't seen it.
Or if you want to go through this weird monstrosity.
I love parts of this movie, and I hate parts of this movie. The ending really is the biggest problem with this movie.
It's a collar pull. Okay.
We find out who Dracula is.
Okay.
He's not Vlad the Impaler.
Okay.
We've also found out why he is and why he has problems with silver and doesn't like crosses and whatnot. And that's because he's Judas.
Judas.
This is his curse for betraying Jesus.
Okay. I'm honestly trying to make my brain do big think with that. No, Judas?
Yeah, he's Judas.
Why? But why would he be cursed for 2,000 years to just be a vampire? Especially when vampire... Huh?
So the 2000 is just the fact that it takes place in 2000. So
Yes.
basically, everything ran the course of the original. Van
Yeah.
Helsing doesn't kill him at the end of Brahm's book, though, in this story. Instead, Van Helsing captures him because he can't find a way to kill him because nothing actually seems to kill him. And he's kept him locked up the last 80 years or hundreds of years or however long between the book and 2000. I don't remember when the book's set.
I mean, I just want a little bit of knowledge of why it would be Judas.
Because Judas hated Jesus, and so therefore that's one of the reasons why he doesn't like the cross.
Oh, okay.
And then the other thing is that it's like his punishment,
Is it-
and that he's turning people into vampires to keep them from being able to get close. It gets weird at the end, dude. It gets weird at the end.
Is this a parody movie?
No. There's
Oh.
actually a lot of references to the book, too.
Jesus fucking...
So we were talking about vampires, and that's why I brought this up. So I'll watch anything with vampires except for Twilight.
I've seen Twilight.
I've seen Twilight also. I'm just saying I'm not going to turn Twilight on.
Fair enough.
I at least watched what I shit on.
I mean, I've only watched the first part of
I don't know what you're doing.
the fucking Hunger Games.
Oh,
Damn, I don't know
Mockingjay.
why my brain just was like,
I watched
food,
the
food,
first. I watched
food,
the
you're
first.
hungry. You're hungry.
I watched the first two, and I got burnt out after the second one because it just wasn't what I wanted. So I didn't watch part one and part two for the second.
The
for
first
third
one was okay, but I was like, oh, there's a sequel? I don't know if I want to watch that.
Yeah, I watched the sequel. It wasn't quite what I expected, and then I just didn't bother watching part one and part two of three.
It was regurgitation from what I figured. Right? You said you watched the first part of Mockingjay, was it?
No, I didn't watch either of the first parts of the last one.
Oh, okay.
So it goes 1, 2, and then 3 is in 2 parts, just like Harry Potter, just like Twilight.
Okay.
So I watched the first 2 movies. I did not watch the last 2 movies, which are technically one big movie.
Okay, then the sequel. How was the sequel? Was it pretty much the same stuff?
No, it was different.
Oh. Was it interesting?
It was okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't read the book, so maybe the book's better.
I mean, the books are always better.
Not always.
Well, when they're New York bestsellers.
Okay. I mean, maybe.
Because in my mind, I know that you're like, well, just because it sells doesn't mean it's good. And I'm like, but you have to figure people buy it because it is good.
Well, people buy it because of word of mouth.
And that still could, let's say I plug it to 2 people. One person likes it, one person doesn't. And that repeats on, you get more people liking it than you do disliking it.
Yes, but that doesn't mean people don't have shit taste.
Fair enough.
So for instance, I like Jaws the book. Jaws the movie is superior.
Oh, far superior.
And crazy enough due to just accidents and happenstances and whatnot.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Jurassic Park. I like the movie better than the book.
Yes.
Even though the movie was written by the guy that wrote the book and then just edited by another person who went on to write the sequel, actually. The changes they made is just...
Was the line clever girl in the book?
I think so.
Oh.
I could be wrong, though. It's been a while.
Huh. People might, because they feel bad reading fanfic at 22. Yeah, that's what Twilight is. That's what Hunger Games is. That's what most of the tween going into more adult things are going for, is just a fan fiction base.
I love urban fantasy.
I do too. Percy Jackson?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah. In my case, Dresden Files.
Okay, fair enough.
That is not the issue I take with Twilight. The issue I take with Twilight is things like changing vampires and changing werewolves. I actually had someone...
Eating babies.
I was talking about vampires one day, and I had someone that argued with me that vampires are not monsters, they're beautiful creatures.
They're monstrosities.
And I'm like, in Twilight, I guess they're beautiful creatures, and I'm assuming that's where you're getting that from, but literally in all other lore, yes, there are attractive vampires. Yes, Dracula does use a hypnosis on women. You even see that in this.
Okay.
But that doesn't make them all beautiful creatures. Look at Masquerade. We got Nosferatus.
Yes. Considering they are indeed Dracula kin, but at the same time they go...
Perfect impression. That's exactly what they do.
That is exactly what they do. They round the corner and they go... But no, they are... Even in D&D, they are considered monstrosity. They are not considered abomination.
Yeah, but also D&D nowadays says nothing is evil unless you make it evil in your campaign.
That is correct. But, that's to be... I'm actually glad they said that. I know that...
I get the concept. They're trying to get people to work outside of the box they put themselves in. And I get that.
I mean, when they did the changes for Orc, I jumped for fucking glee. For playing an Orc for years, and then they were like, Orcs are evil, and then having my character have their devolution of going from bad to good, and then I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be evil, but I overworked that boundary because he's died, he's seen the other side, he knows how bad can be, and the fact of the matter is, things aren't going to get better until I start getting better, and so good.
An interesting thing, though, is that look at the fact that they've said orcs are evil for so long because their stuff is basically Tolkien. D&D...
Yes.
When the Tolkien estate sued D&D, it made sense because they ripped off D&D.
Yes.
Or ripped off Tolkien, I mean.
Yes.
Made sense. I get it. I don't remember what the outcome of that lawsuit. But, that being said, for someone that is... for a group that is so, like, Tolkien, and it took them until recently to be like, oh, you know what? No, things can be different. So for a company that has been so Tolkien, why is it elves always come across as such good beings in D&D?
They are fucking douchebags, and I hate those knife-eared bastards.
Like,
I'm going to say that with the twang to my voice, and I'm going to be
Tolkien.
Elves are asses.
Elves are asses.
They are fucking douchebags.
Fuck, watch the movies. They're asses.
They are, for the most part, they are asses. And then when the
everyone's like, I want to be an elf.
Yeah, and then when you get the dwarves who are like, we're just fighting for survival, and the elves kind of spat on us. We're just asking for not necessarily a handout, just a little bit of help to get us back on our feet when we were losing our ground, our minds that were helping them make their weapons. They didn't look at us. And fuck.
Granted, the doors aren't perfect either. Look at what happens after they do get the mines back after the destination of Smaug and whatnot.
Yeah, and then
Smaug.
And then of course the Battle of Helm's Deep, that whole entire thing. And would you like to? I forget the exact line, but Gimli says to Knife Ears, he asks him, would you do this? And he says, no, I would like to do it with a friend. And Gimli goes, oh, you son of a bitch. Oh. And I mean, they were having a nice little friendly competition while killing Urukais. That was a good... Differences aside for a better cause. Yeah. That's always a better story. Even though it's overplayed as shit, but whatever. Cliff has NPCs that are literal trash working at the banks of Waterdeep. You are correct. They are very much against most of the monstrosity races because they're like, you have money?
Who would you eat?
Yeah, like how do you have money? Why do you have money? Give me a reason why you have money.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I'm not going to ask that because, I mean, I have to do business with you, I guess.
So what was the outcome here? Did you figure it out?
No, I read it, and it just talked about it.
It looks like they used the argument of the fact that they split up halflings and the fact that they're, gnomes and they're also the halfling race and whatnot.
Yeah, it seems to have been handled.
There were little bits
outside.
that were changed enough.
I think that's the reason why 3 went to 3.5, because of the whole hobbits were turned into halflings, Ents were turned into treants, Balrogs just had Balors, and so on and so forth, and everything just kind of...
So it looks
like it looks like it, but it's not the same.
And it was argued that most of the names did belong to public domain, so there's that too.
Okay.
Cool. All right, well, we learned something today.
Yes, we did.
Back to vampires before we move on to the next news story.
Yes.
So your vampire genre, like what you've listened to or watched or read or played, is very small?
Very small.
Okay.
I think everything that you've shown me is like 80%.
Have you ever read Dracula?
Yes. Okay. Bram Stoker's, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen the
I would say
Gary Oldman movie about the book, or based off the book?
No.
So they call that one Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, that's the one I have not seen. I've seen Interview with a Vampire. I've seen...
I like Interview with a Vampire. I'm not a fan of Queen of the Damned.
That's with Alea?
I think so.
Yeah, some
The entire soundtrack is Korn.
That's right. Yeah, with the trippy intro. I did see that one.
Yeah,
I did see that
I'm not
one.
a fan of.
Yeah, with that weird trippy intro that caused a lot of seizures in people.
Because it's hard for the common folk to simp over Nosferatu. No, because it's so different from the previous thing. That's really all it is. Like the concept of him coming out and becoming public and whatnot, that was fine. I get it. But him coming out and being like, I'm a rock star. I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, for Queen of the Damned. Yeah, okay, I remember. Yes.
I
I
wasn't a fan of Queen of the Damned. I like Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire is good. Very, very good. It's very slow though.
It is slow.
It is knuckle-draggingly slow, but it's a good telling.
The Bram Stoker Dracula with Gary Oldman, they made him look like how he's described in the book, which is interesting. You never realize how interesting it is until you've actually kind of seen it put out there.
Do you want to talk about this?
Oh, we can talk about it, sure.
So, trending now, it just popped up not too long ago. Even though it's from June 2nd of last year. How interesting. I guess they are announcing the funding, and I guess the funding just rolled through from what that post said.
Oh, I'll go back and see the other post.
Yeah, I don't know why it said.
This is what happens when you fall down rabbit holes while I'm going off about vampires.
Right. Oh, that was last year.
Articles still from last year.
Then why was it trending now? Well, even still, Black Lives
did Black Lives Matter stuff.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter stuff.
Awesome.
Black developers. We may have already talked about it.
We might have.
I don't know.
We've talked about so many home little things. It gets hard to keep track.
It does.
Real quick, pull up Gary Oldman as Dracula. I want you to see. I actually own this movie on VHS still.
Real? Oh, I don't remember seeing that one.
So, human form, and then vampire.
He is the man of many faces.
Which is why the hair is like what it is in
the
Dead and Loving It. Because they're referencing
It's
the book.
that.
This movie hasn't happened yet because this is 92. They're actually they're making fun of the book in Dead and Loving It. It's the hair.
Jesus. But I mean, Gary Oldman. He looks good.
Gary Oldman's
He looks good at everything. He still looks good. What am I talking about?
His goal with acting is that he gives every character a different voice, and he says that it actually caused him to forget how he originally sounded, how his original voice was, and had to go through a dialect coach.
Speaking of dialect, George, come on.
You realize that the bad guy and the good guy never actually meet in this movie?
Huh.
Yeah. They barely miss each other in the hallways because he goes and disarms the wrong bomb.
And then grabs the wrong case.
So, yeah. The good guy and the bad guy never actually cross paths in that movie. Kind of weird.
Very good movie. Very strange movie, but
Fifth
very good
Element
movie.
for the listeners, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Fifth Element, yes. Sorry,
Right.
yes.
We've gotten really off subject. I'm going to have to expand your vampire knowledge. Vampire can be a good story if it's done right. It's just Well, we had you watch From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. Would you count that vampire though?
Yes, they're vampires. It's the remake TV show that made them more snake monsters.
Okay. I mean, because they had the whole gnarled face that were just like
they're kind of Nosferatu-esque and whatnot.
Mm.
And you've also got like the one that's kind of dog-like, which also references the fact that Dracula turned into a dog. He turned into a wolf.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Because Dracula could turn into mist, a bat, a wolf. He could look human. He could look like more
Bat.
vampire. Bat. We got him to watch What We Do in the Shadows. That's another vampire thing. We got him to watch the first couple episodes of the show. He's seen the movie already.
No, I have not.
I thought you did.
Nope. I apparently I watched 2 random episodes.
Okay, go watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's available for free on most streaming things.
Yeah.
It's Watch TV.
Because when you asked if I had seen the movie, I was like, what? Yeah. I didn't know if it was like a made-for-TV thing, so I just nodded my head and went along with it. Socks enlightened me on that.
Yeah, okay. You go and watch it. It's
I'm
good.
going to go watch it. It's the
TV.
same name, right?
Yeah, it's What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Then,
So there's What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. And then out in Kiwiland,
Yes.
they made Wellington Paranormal, which is actually really funny.
from what you've
It
told
got,
me.
I think, 2 seasons. And then FX did What We Do in the Shadows, which is essentially same concept, just following different vampires, one's here in America rather than in New Zealand.
In Staten Island.
Yeah, in Staten Island. And now Wellington Paranormal is getting a new season thanks to HBO Max.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. But
back on to news.
We'll
move on from vampires.
So yeah, we're moving on from vampires. I also don't have very big knowledge of Headless Horseman.
I mean, it was okay
Ichabod
book.
Crane.
Did you watch the animated?
The old,
when you were a kid?
Old Disney one? Yeah.
That's pretty much the book.
Okay. I've also seen that really strange Sleepy Hollow with Walken.
Yeah, so that's the Tim Burton one.
Yeah. With his sharp teeth.
Yeah. That's kind of more of a monstrous version. That's pretty good too. But yeah, it was just a ghost story that was I can't remember the author's name right now.
But have you heard of The Armless Knight?
Oh dear lord.
That was a good segue.
It was. Chivalry 2 has a Halloween event.
That is hilarious.
Called Fright Night, but with a K.
We were watching it, and I was like, real people are in trailers. Me personally, I don't like seeing real people. Like I get the developers are powering it up and trying to gloat and have a good time with it, and try and promote. Promote. Yes, I'm sorry. Try and promote their product.
Like they're not like, ha, we made a game. Go fuck yourself.
Ha, we made one of the best games in the world. Ha ha. Okay, I'm sorry. But I don't know. I call me old-fashioned. Show me more game than person, I guess. But then again, I also grew up in a time when we had people like Randy Pitchford, Duke Nukem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Romero. It'll be done when it's done.
I mean, to be fair, they were busting out games every year. There was only months between Doom 2 and Hexen, for Christ's sake.
I don't mind an interview type of thing and the talking about stuff, and I don't mind behind the scenes stuff. I don't. But sometimes though, a trailer should just be a trailer.
Yes, but you don't like the whole. It'll be good done when it's done. That kind of like discard kind of individual.
No, I mean I didn't mind that. I was just talking about like what we grew up with and how it used to be. Now, I'd rather just be like, it'll be done when it's done, rather than keep lying to me and telling me different dates that are going to keep fucking changing 18 times and you release a broken game. Cyberpunk!
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they kind of backed themselves into a corner with that one. They were like, we either release this broken product and fix it 2 days later,
if it was this broken, to get this many delays and still release broken, that game was nowhere near being ready to release and never should have gotten a release date.
Fair enough, but it's good now. It's a No Man's Sky. It's another No Man's Sky. It's good now.
At least with No Man's Sky, there was a hurricane or a flood or whatever.
With Cyberpunk, there was a virus.
Yeah, but it would be one thing if they said the game's not ready because of the virus, but the reality is they took like 2 months off because of the virus and then went back to working on the game and still pushed the game by like a year because they lost like 2 months of work time and still released it broken, which tells me
what would you guys do?
That 2 months didn't make that much of a difference because 2
didn't.
months doesn't translate to a year.
You're right.
I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah.
Back to Chivalry 2, their Halloween event.
Yes. It's a lot of nonsense, and that nonsense is funny because an armless knight gets to run around and just headbutt people.
There's jack-o'-lanterns everywhere.
There's jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. Different spectrums of them. angry, one with the arrow through the head, that kind of thing. And it is literally, you play as an armless knight, or I guess you can lose your arms, but you get to still headbutt people. I hope that becomes an actual in-game ability if you lose both your arms and you're bleeding out. Like, that is a thing. You can bleed out in the game, but if you lose both your arms, I still want to use my goddamn head. I want to take out the guy that took me out.
He headbutted somebody else's head off and then headbutted the headbolt was in the air.
Ooh.
Yeah, these are the new rapiers.
Ooh.
I haven't played Chivalry 2.
I played Chivalry 1. Very good game. Very great game. There's a button to specifically yell. And so, of course, that always is...
Oh, I've seen the TikTok for...
I got it. Stand up and over here.
Hopefully that wasn't as loud on mic, because...
Board will fix it.
Jesus.
Board will fix it. Board will fix everything.
The board only fixes so much.
For Agatha.
The Halloween event looks fun.
All of the Halloween events looked fun so far. The only one I'm actually disappointed in is the one we participated with the most. Because I was like, we got these really nice masks. We could have gotten a lot more out of them.
We got 3 guns.
We got 3 pretty okay guns.
Which
well,
I realized, because they're random drops, you can't actually pull them out of your collection. So if you want to own them, you need to go and put some in the vault.
Yes.
I didn't realize that, and I deleted all mine. So I gotta go do another haunted sector.
That's fine. I mean, I have 2 of each. The God rolls, 1 for PvP, 1 for PvE, that kind of thing. So I'm comfortable with my numbers.
I just don't have a Jurassic Green now in my collection. I don't have.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
The other 2, I can't remember the name. Horror Story and something else.
Horror Story and Werewolf, Braytech Werewolf.
Yeah. So I just need to go and do a haunted sector. They'll drop. And
if you get a Braytech with like Subsistence and Vorpal, you'll be fine.
I'm never actually going to use them. It's just to have them in my collection.
Oh, it's still a good gun.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Jurassic Green's good if you're like a Titan that has the empowering shield or the bubble, just because you can get in their face and do that kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot. And Horror Story is just a middle style gun. There's a few things you can add with that. Boop. So once again, out of the state of play, we got another thing for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and this. So a little bit ago, I don't know how long ago, but there was a game called Let It Die. It was free to play, and it was just basically a Dark Souls-like TV show style. Where it was one of those very strange games that had pay to play, pretty much.
Okay.
You had to pay for your lives. It was only like $1 a life, if I recall correctly.
Interesting, though.
But it had a good aesthetic. It had a good gameplay feel. It was, you earn lives over the course of time, of course. You didn't have to pay for them. But it was one of those strange ones. But now there's a bigger spectrum with a very beautiful texture work for Deathverse, Let It Die. And the gameplay, crazy. The host, crazier. The Vanna White, I don't really know what to really call her. The showgirl?
No, showgirl's not right. I guess just call her Vanna White.
Okay, the Vanna White of it.
We'll give Vanna credit because she's awesome.
She is very awesome. She's been doing that for ages, and I respect that.
Oh, what was the name of her book? The name of her book was hilarious.
I would like to buy a vowel.
No.
Oh. You'd like to solve the puzzle?
No.
Buy an R?
That's not how that works.
Buy an A. But the mechanics look really fun. This looks like a battle royale with a little bit of cheese.
Vanna speaks. Because she doesn't talk on the show. She just...
Yeah, she does her little thing. I mean, she used to, every now and again, she used to mention what you would get in the prize packs.
Did she? Because I always thought that was just the voiceover guy.
No, well, sometimes.
I didn't watch that much Wheel of Fortune. I was more of a Jeopardy guy.
My grandmother used to watch both.
So.
Good teacher. Did I ever tell you I learned how to count from a song?
No, but it makes sense with how our childhood went.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, say you love me 5, 6, 7 times.
You're playing things.
Yeah. But back over to Deathverse Let It Die. Beautiful gameplay. I'm excited for this. I'm wondering if it's going to be free. Because the original Let It Die was free to play. I don't know. I'm not here to try and take guesses. I'm not here to read up on it. Just cover how good it looks because I love these. I love flashy things. Flashy things make brain go burr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
He's reading the chat.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, what else we got?
That's it. We got shoe news.
We talked about Uno last week.
We did.
And now there's more.
I like these ones a lot more. These ones actually look really comfortable. Uno and Nike pairing up for these literal pairs.
Well, I don't like the slippers, though.
I mean,
sandals.
They're very loud, but
yeah, I don't like
I like these ones. The black ones with the spackle. I'll call it spackle. And then you got the cards up on the tongue. These green ones, Uno on the tongue. Very bright. That is Uno, though. Oh, and a couple cards on the side.
That's cool.
I like that, too, yeah.
And,
red, blue.
Yeah, they do blue, red. They did the full run. It's pretty much the same design across each shoe, just
and then,
the individual colors. Then there's the shoes we talked about last week with the 50.
Oh, this is a part of the same one.
Yeah, it's part of the same set.
And then shirts.
Shirts and a hat.
Ooh, I like that design, that little logo. It's very tiny, but I like that logo. A hat. Is a basketball with it?
I don't think the basketball's with it.
I want a blue basketball.
What are we looking at for release date and prices on this?
It says upcoming 2021, so by the end of this year.
Okay, I'm going to probably say they're going to be around the normal Nike price, somewhere around
120?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Sadly, not a lot of shoe news this week.
All right, so the Ahsoka live action we're getting.
Yes.
We've talked about it a little bit. You're not caught up on Mandalorian. She shows up in Mandalorian.
That's nice.
Played by Rosario Dawson.
I have heard that.
Do the show.
I have heard that. And I do enjoy Rosario Dawson.
And we're getting Ewan McGregor back to play Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Obi-Wan show.
Hello there.
And in that Obi-Wan show, we're getting Hayden Christensen back to play Darth Vader / Anakin. He's coming out of retirement. And it's also just been announced that he will also be...
Wait, he retired?
Yeah.
Oh.
He will also be Anakin and Darth Vader in the Ahsoka show.
I'm happy to hear that.
So, yeah, that was the only thing that there was really to talk about Ahsoka was the fact that Hayden Christensen's doing this too.
Cool. Sick.
Sock says she's seen all the Mando.
I know.
You need to get caught up.
Well, because her brother-in-law likes it.
Get caught up.
I do give... We also have to freaking... Okay, fine. What about What If?
See, right. I have not watched What If. But
and I also
Mando
have not.
Came out first. So you've had longer to watch it is my point. I'm still living at the other place when Mando came out. All right, Lightyear from Disney and Pixar. Not true, but the story of the man the toys are based off of, presumably, or whatever.
So does that mean that he's already been to space and the toy follows up, or?
Yeah, I'm assuming like it'd be like having like a Buzz Aldrin toy.
Right. So what we're saying is they've been to space. So we're saying that Wall-E is also a part of this connected universe.
Probably.
This is weird.
But also this suggests that aliens live in the Toy Story world, and humans aren't freaking out because we see aliens in this trailer.
Oh, my brain don't feel good.
Unless it's its own thing. But this is Lightyear from Disney and Pixar. I kind of like it.
I kind of liked it too.
I was a little iffy on Chris Pine voicing him. I was like, why not just keep going with Tim Allen? You guys been doing it for how long? You know?
Yeah, but toy does not equal real person, I guess. I don't know.
People are freaking out about him having hair, and I'm like, what did you think was under the cap? Did you think he was like Mr. Clean in it? Because I just figured he had hair under the cap. Because it's like the thing that it's what they wear.
It is what they wear.
It's what astronauts wear.
Yeah.
You got a nice David Bowie Starman playing in it. It was a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of excited for this one. I don't get too into Pixar movies anymore or Disney movies anymore. Not because I have anything against them, but it just they haven't really enticed me too much lately, and this one's kind of enticed me a little bit more.
Yeah, and this is number 1 on trending on YouTube. This trailer that we're taking a gander at, which means people are excited because people are looking at it. People are keeping their eyes on it.
Socks, to answer your question, no, he would always have the dome over his head, which you do get to see in this trailer. And it was blue like that because it's just the cap or whatever, that like part of the suit that they wear.
Right, but
he did have like the curly Q on his chin, but in this it's a dimple instead of whatever it is on the toy, because it kind of looks like facial hair on the toy, but on this it's a dimple.
Oh no, it's a dimple. It's a butt
Is it
chin.
a dimple on the toy?
Yeah.
No, it always kind of looked like one scraggly hair to me.
Yeah, it's a butt chin. But yeah, good spots. Summer 2022. It's right around the corner. I don't know. Probably going to be on Disney Plus. So
I don't know. Summer 2022, they might be doing theatrical releases again.
oh, yeah. It doesn't say digital. It says in theaters.
I was gonna say because Shang-Chi didn't get a.
Oh, that's right.
Disney Plus release. It only got theatrical.
Oh, and we have an actual date, June 17th. Nice.
This looks like it might be fun. I still have yet to watch Toy Story 4, but this looks like it might be fun. Or wait a minute, I didn't watch Toy Story 3 either. I've only seen the first 2 Toy Stories.
Oh, I've seen all 4.
I wasn't a
Three?
kid when 3 came out, and
4?
I just wasn't super excited. There's 4 of them.
I know there's 4. I'm just trying to remember what the premise of the 4th one
4
was.
is, I don't remember. 3 is the daycare,
3 is the daycare.
which I haven't seen.
No, 4 is the daycare.
No, 3 is the daycare.
Where's the one where Woody gets tore up? Was that 2?
2.
Oh.
It's not even so much that it gets tore up. It gets a little messed up.
Then I didn't see 4.
Yeah, I haven't seen 4. I don't even know what 4 is about.
Huh.
All right.
More Quantumania.
They announced an actor, not the role, just an actor that'll be in this.
Okay.
Comedic genius. Big in the 80s. Fuck it. Big now.
Big in the 80s. Fuck it. Big now.
Is going to be in Ant-Man Quantumania. Socks, do not spoil it.
Okay, wait. So you're saying he was big in the 80s, but he's still...
People love him still. He doesn't do as many movies now, but people still love him.
Steve Martin?
No.
Oh.
Although, have you watched his thing on Hulu? It's pretty good.
No, I haven't.
Pretty good.
Big in the 80s?
You didn't do anything, Socks. I'm saying if you know the answer to this, because I'm trying to get him to figure out who's been announced for this, don't spoil it.
Yeah. I'm tapping. I don't
We have
think...
watched multiples of his movies.
Probably.
There have been remakes of some of his movies. He has been a soldier. He has been
Soldier.
a
Tom
weatherman.
Tom Hanks?
No.
Weatherman?
So, he's been a soldier. He's been a weatherman. He has been a form of an exterminator.
Exterminator?
He likes a good vacuum. I mean,
feel like I know this.
you do know this. This is fun.
It's getting a bit warm in here.
All right, let's see.
Starting to sweat.
You
I'm
know,
starting to lose vision.
You might have him maintain your lawn, especially if you have a rodent problem.
Rodent problem?
Let's see, what other movies of his can I...
I know. I have an idea of who you're talking about. I think.
Are you sure you're a scientist? Because you seem more like a game show host.
Oh, it's there. Oh, it's there.
There's always room for Jell-O.
The birdcage.
Nope.
No?
Not Robin Williams.
No, the other.
Not Nathan Lane.
Thank you. But no?
Nope.
Damn. That right? Oh, because I was thinking Mousetrap.
No.
Oh.
Although, good pick.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when you were like...
It's in the hole.
Yeah. What?
No, that's another one of his.
I do it again?
It's in the hole. Should I tell him, Socks?
My brain is like wanting to disconnect super freaking hard.
Any regrets? Garfield.
Garfield? I don't remember who was in Garfield.
He's been in the first Charlie's Angels.
I don't even remember the first Charlie's Angels real talk. I just
Yeah.
know Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz. I don't even
He
remember
didn't
Drew
do the
Barrymore
sequel
was in
because
it.
of Lucy Liu.
Really? She was hard to work with, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know all the specifics, but yeah. He's a Ghostbuster.
Da 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 da. Is it Bill Murray?
Bill Murray. Bill Murray has been announced for Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. We don't know is who yet, but Bill Murray is officially going to be in the fucking MCU.
Yeah, you know why I went da-da-da-da-da-da?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Space Jam.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Holy shit.
Bill Murray.
Okay, wait. So wait, Bill Murray. Okay, wait. Who?
We don't know what.
I mean, a big name got to have a big title.
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's Bill Murray.
It is Bill Murray, I know. And you see what I mean? Big names, fuck it, big now. Hasn't done very many movies lately.
Yeah,
but
I think the last one he did was that one cop one with Kylo.
Remember the zombie one? That was weird. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, it was weird.
Good weird or bad weird? Uncomfortable?
No, it's like it was trying to be weird to make it like funny and goofy and whatnot.
And then you shit your ass?
Like it was trying to be like weird to be funny, but it was just weird. Like it kind of missed a lot of the points it could have hit. It had actors in it that should have done more. Iggy Pop's in it for like 2 seconds as a zombie.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
They didn't use his.
Not really.
Huh.
It was an odd one.
That
Tilda
one actually.
Swinton's in it.
That sounds like a good cast. Why?
Oh, it's got a fucking phenomenal cast. It was weird though.
Okay. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue.
So yeah, Bill Murray, Quantumania. Also, I don't know what movie yet, but there's talks that Harry Styles, I think his name is also gonna be in one of the Marvel movies. He was the singer for Disney, right? I think that was who it was. One Direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
also gonna be in one of the Marvel movies, so it's kind of cool to see him go from being Disney musician person to being in Marvel. So that's kind of cool too. But I don't know anything about the movie or anything on that one. So, but Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. I'm very excited now.
Yeah. All right.
And
next.
now all the references that you've said just start coming back.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Between the whole
Whatever happens. I am very excited now. The Netflix Cowboy Bebop official season 1 trailer, which means maybe a potential for season 2, more so, maybe some original content, because we do see Pyro, we do see all the little things from the intro, and we see more of it. We got John Cho being a really good Spike Spiegel.
Based off the episode count, I'm assuming that they didn't do all the episodes, so I don't think a season 2 will be original content. I think it'll just be the rest of the episodes.
I think they're going to crush it all down because they had the scene from Real Folk Blues Part 1 and 2. They had the scene where Vicious is holding the katana down and Spike's holding up the gun. I think that it's going to be crushed and compact. Because why would you have...
When's the movie take place?
The movie is just after they pick up Ed.
So they could possibly... Well, yeah, because we don't see Ed at all in any of this stuff. So we don't have any of the Ed storyline. So Real Folks Blues, Part 1 and 2, is that the end?
That's 22-23 out of 26. I think.
It's been a while. It's just gonna be my excuse every time I forget something now. It's been a while. Fuck it.
Episode list. Thank you. All right. So, nope, 25-26 is Real Folk Blues Part 1 and 2.
They could just be using that scene because it looks real good in a trailer, though. And not actually be doing the episode.
Okay. So, then humor me on this then. They had the Mushroom Guy, which is way the fuck up there, which is Boogie Woogie Feng Shui and...
Mushroom Guy.
Yeah, it's a lot of mushroom. They sell the mushrooms. So from that to that, they talk about, or from Mushroom Samba all the way up to Boogie Woogie Feng Shui, which means Perot is already a part of it, which is another late episode.
But they could start with the Mushroom Guy, which is only 17, and not actually finish that in the season, because they're going to have cliffhangers to get you to come back for season 2.
Oh, okay. And, well, okay. So they're pulling Ed out for season 2. That's basically the Punisher for Daredevil season 2.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a little bothersome, but I'm okay with it if the show runs well. So far, it looks good.
If you remember, a lot of these episodes, while Ed is around, Ed doesn't do too much in some of them.
You're right.
So they may have just taken episodes where Ed wasn't a huge thing and just kind of removed Ed from it, so they could wait and use Ed later on, and then they could do a bunch of Ed at once.
Okay.
Hopefully they're doing Ed. I'm glad they have Ein.
Yeah, they have Ein.
But they better do Ed.
And I'm actually curious if they're going to do this one, Toys in the Attic, where the thing in the fridge comes alive.
That's a fun one.
I would love that episode.
But that's also one that's like, it doesn't really affect anything. So you can definitely put it in season 2 once you have Ed.
No, but I mean, yes, you are correct. But at the same time, I kind of want it.
I know you want it.
I want it.
It's a fun episode. What's the one where they run out of gas?
Oh, God, that's like 4 episodes, man. They run
The guy that comes in, it's also definitely a Firefly episode.
The guy that runs in?
It comes into the ship. Am I remembering correctly? I might be messing things up at this point.
It's
probably Outlaw Star.
A little bit of Outlaw, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
thinking Outlaw Star.
But another really good one, Sympathy for the Devil, where the saxophone child, or no, harmonica child.
The other thing is we've seen a couple of the bosses. So we've seen Teddy Bomber.
Teddy Bomber.
Which is episode what?
Shit. I think that is... Gateway Shuffle is the one where Twinkie Mama Murdoch, Honky Tonk Woman's where we run into Faye. I don't
remember when Teddy Bomber happens.
I think it's Wild Horses? No. Cowboy Funk, that's late.
Okay.
I also saw earlier than that.
That's kind of the problem with a lot of the episodes in the show is like the only thing that lets you know that it's happened after other episodes is Faye's there or Ed's there or Ein's there.
Right. So
a lot of the stuff doesn't necessarily have to happen at a specific time other than having certain characters be available.
Right. And then you of course have another one of my favorite episodes where Faye begins to just, instead of being the loud, abhorrent individual, she like clams up and goes, I know I'm a fuck up. I have not always been a fuck up, but I don't remember that. And then she finds the Betamax player and plays the Betamax tape of her recordings, because what it is one of those time capsule things where you give it to a friend, they record their bit, you give it to a friend, they record their bit, so on and so forth. And she finds her bit and it boggles her mind because she's like, that's who I was. I don't remember that.
Another
Be
thing.
humble.
Have we seen any of the casino in the trailer?
Kind of.
Did we?
Kind of. Like we get like a little bit of a flash step from when Faye has Ein in the lap. Right behind, there's just this flashy thing. Let me go a little bit further.
And the other thing is they may have already planned to do season 2. So in this trailer, they may be showing season 2 shit. You know?
Fair enough. And then Julia, they already got. Yeah, see, it's a little bit of a city street.
No, yeah, that's not a casino because the casino's full on in space.
Yeah. Ew, icky pooey.
So.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be a good one. And then there's a Perot. Perot looks weird, goofy, zany.
In a great way.
I'm gonna like it.
Yeah. See, if they haven't even done the casino, that's another thing where it's like that happens earlier on, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got, of course, I think it's the same guy that did Daredevil hallway fights.
Maybe.
Because this looks like
That was amazing.
Yeah. And then the final scene. Oh, God, that's so good.
Yeah, I think they're probably just using that for trailer. Either that, or what they'll do is they'll have the beginning part of that, and then season 2 will be kind of like the road to how we got there.
Oh, that is such a good shot. And yeah, that would be.
Because they do a lot of flashes throughout the show also of different things. I mean, how many times do we see what's-her-face? The ex, or whatever you want to call her. The love interest.
Oh, Julia?
Yeah, how many times do we see Julia in the damn show before they actually cross paths with Julia?
Jupiter Jazz, part 1. 12.
So they don't run into her until 12, but we see flashes before that. Because we've got like the memory.
Hold on. Asteroid Blues, no. It talks about her.
Yeah. And then there's also one
Star
episode.
Trek, no. Honky Tonk Women, no. Gateway Shuffle, no. Ballad of Fallen Angels, yes. I think Ballad of Fallen Angels would be the first.
There's also an episode where she's in it, but they don't cross paths with her. Like they're just barely missing her.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, it's the one with the bar.
The one with the bar.
Most of it takes place around like the bar and whatnot. It's kind of like almost like a seaside town, like a dock type area.
Oh, I love it. It's in 4:3. Oh, and it's crisp.
Okay, so apparently you can watch Cowboy Bebop English version on YouTube.
Yeah, in 720, looking pretty fucking good. Yeah, this is one of the old individuals who remembers Spike from before he changed his name, which still don't know his real name, by the way.
Do you think they'll change the ending?
Where he jumps out the window, where he falls out the window, and he knows Julia's long gone, and he wakes up to Faye humming Bring Back the Angels.
I'm saying, do you think they'll confirm his status? Because
I
they didn't really confirm it in the show, and since the movie's not necessarily a prequel, but happens in the middle.
They kind of did. They kind of did when he said, I go by Spike now. I go by Spike Spiegel now. Which means he's already left the Syndicate. He had the connection, but he broke away.
I'm talking about after the final fight, the final episodes.
That one? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they leave it very...
Ambiguous.
Did Spike live or not?
Yeah.
I mean, the general consensus is they didn't, but
Yeah.
I'm curious if they'll actually say yes or no.
I'm trying to... hang on. There's the bullets, and then... Yeah, this is when he goes to fight...
Gotta be careful how much of the show we show.
1999.
It's not public domain.
Oh, shit, you're right. It is owned by Funimation. But, in short, great show. It's on
Funimation. It's on YouTube, apparently.
It's on YouTube. It's on everywhere. Beautiful animation.
Yeah.
Great story. Beautiful story. Even the filler episodes are great. I'm excited for the live action on Netflix. When is this going to be? November 19th.
November 19th.
Okay, 3 weeks away.
Yep.
I can wait.
We're also on the 23rd, getting the second half of Masters of Universe Revelations.
I watched the first episode.
What do you think?
Very good.
I really liked it. A lot of people are pissed off because they're like, this isn't a He-Man show. And it's like, you're right, it's a Masters of the Universe show. Chill the fuck out. People are just mad because Kevin Smith made it, so they're looking for a reason to complain. Segue.
Segue. Hey.
Clerks.
Clerks.
For 2021.
Or Clerk.
Or sorry, Clerk.
With a period.
Yeah.
In the what do they call it? The credits down below, it even has Stan Lee in there.
Yeah, they probably got some archive footage and whatnot.
They probably did.
Him and Stan did a lot of stuff together, actually. He did a documentary where he's the one interviewing Stan. There's like a Stan documentary.
I want to watch this now.
Yeah, he's the one that interviews him throughout it.
Oh.
So yeah, it's the story of Clerks, essentially, and then Mallrats and all that. Kind of the
Chasing
kind of the
Amy,
Kevin,
yeah.
It's the Kevin Smith story, kind of.
Yeah, because it goes through literally like the quick stop and literally God, that's so young.
Yeah.
Let me back it up a little bit. Like,
they're babies.
Look at how tiny Silent Bob is.
Silent Bob's even tinier than that now with his
right, with the weight
everything
loss.
he did.
Right. Well,
he went vegan. He does the hiking.
Yeah, but I mean, he still has a build to himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and probably a smaller jacket than he does now.
Probably. But yeah, they got Mosier in this. They talk about the podcasts that they do and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the scene in Clerks 2 when Dante opens the bathroom and there's a guy there and he covers his daughter's eyes. He's like, "Don't look at his pee-pee." That's Mosier.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Mosier.
Oh. I couldn't tell because he was like clean cut in that, wasn't he?
No, in that I think he was scruffier is what it was.
He had more of a beard.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, anyone who wants to hate on Kevin Smith just because it's something that Kevin Smith has done, you need to evaluate something.
Yeah. Well, there's like a lot of people who are like, you ruined my childhood, you ruined the original show and stuff like that. And what I love is, by the way, that was Penn Jillette.
Yeah, I saw.
And what I love is there's a lot of people that are fighting back going, did he destroy all the copies of the original show? Oh, he didn't? Then he didn't fucking ruin the original show.
Yeah.
Did he delete your memories? Oh, he didn't? Then he didn't ruin your childhood.
Yeah, no, if anything, he's wanting to kind of bring him back up. He's like, hey, remember that thing I did? I think Kevin Smith is a revolutionary. Not in the sense that he's trying to make something...
Oh, we love Kevin Smith, too. There's no drama from us. We're just talking about how the internet reacts to him.
Oh, no.
Chat was asking.
Yeah, no, it was just basically people dislike his movies because of him. But actually, a side note. Ooh.
I'm good.
I heard the creak.
I'm good.
A little bit of a side note. in Clerks 2, they literally just talk nerd. Between there was only one Return of the King, or one Return, and it's of the Jedi, not of the King.
That's in Clerks 2, but in Clerks 1 they also do it because they're talking about the people that died doing the Death Star, or building the second Death Star, and them being independent contractors and whatnot, which means a bunch of innocents died when they blew it up and whatnot. He says that's an actual conversation that's basically happened.
Yeah.
I do like the guy weighing in of no, I mean, as a contractor, I have to say, you put a lot of thought into the jobs you took. They all were willing. They knew who they were working for.
Yeah, because you got to figure I'm building this weird laser thing. Oh, they're doing
thing.
Yeah, they're doing something to help do terraforming, right?
It just made me think of
major terraforming, one-time use.
I don't think you understand what terraforming is. It's not destroying a planet. It's making a planet habitable.
Yeah, terraform. Yeah, no, I think that's what they were thinking of if they were on the non-up and up. If any of the Republic were just we're here making something that can, bring gamma rays to the world.
The Empire, not the Republic. But
yes, thank you. You knew what I meant.
What I like
Empire Strikes Back.
When you said laser, it made me think of Dr. Evil putting a laser on the moon and going, Death Star. Death Star. Now, I'm very excited for this, the Clerk thing. I mean, I know the story. I've watched it. I've listened to it. I listened to the podcast. I'm part of the Kevin Smith fan club, that Kevin Smith club. I watched Comic Book Man. I own multiple comics of his. I was very happy when him and Jay got to do the
Walk of Fame?
Yeah, the footprints outside the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
Not Walk of Fame.
Oh.
Walk of Fame's the stars. It's the Chinese theater.
Does he have one?
Star?
Yeah.
He might. So fun, not so fun fact, you have to pay for those.
Yes.
So for instance, to get the one for Adam West, they had to raise the money for it. Ralph Garman did a lot of the money raising to be able to get Adam West his Walk of Fame star.
Oh, good. They did a little bit ago.
Oh, see, that's the Chinese theater. That's the handprints and stuff.
Oh.
Which is on the Walk of Fame, but it's not the stars.
To receive Walk of Fame.
Okay, so I did get the star.
Yeah.
That's weird because it's talking about the theater down there.
I guess it's just pre-rec. I don't know.
All right. What do we got next?
That.
Right. So this is Firefly. He's a Batman villain in DC. He's very much on fire here.
Honey, I seem to have spontaneously combusted. But real quick, a chat question. They're asking what energy drink I'm having. It's a Kickstart, which is made by Pepsi, Mountain Dew. It's 100% vitamin C. It's medium on sugar. It's not really too bad, but
it's still bad for you. He just doesn't want to admit it.
It is bad for you, but not as bad for you. Admit it, though. The vitamin C really does make up for half of the death.
I'm sure it does.
Only half of the death.
I'm not a scientist.
Yes.
So, Firefly.
Firefly, yes. What about him?
DC villain.
Honey, I seem to have spontaneously combusted.
In the comics, he mostly fights Batman, but which means he also goes against the Bat family. He's had, I think, one video game appearance in Arkham Origins, but he's been referenced in the others. Pyromaniac, burns over almost all of his body. In Gotham, they reinvented the character and had it was played by a woman. She did amazing. First name is Garfield for the male. I don't remember the rest of his name. And so he's going to be in the new Batgirl movie we're getting.
Okay.
Maybe it's Batwoman movie. I think it's Batgirl movie. No.
Okay.
Played by Brendan Fraser.
Really?
Yeah.
I am very happy to see him still out and about doing this, man.
Which also means he's playing a villain, which I don't think I've seen.
I'm sure he's played a villain.
He may have. I've just never seen it.
Like, he's played a debonair individual, George Bedazzled, Journey to Center Earth, Encino Man. Oh.
I love Encino Man.
I do too, but it's one of those movies. I want to know what this one is. This looks serious.
Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't know. It's new. Have you seen School Ties?
No.
That one's interesting. I don't remember when it's set, but he plays a Jewish student, and it comes out that he's Jewish and starts dealing with a bunch of the other students being anti-Semites and stuff.
He was in G.I. Joe?
I don't remember that.
I don't know. I want to know what he played. Let's see. Channing Tatum. Sorry. Every time I see Channing Tatum, it makes me chuckle.
I can't believe the fact that they just murder, death, kill, or them at the beginning of the sequel. Spoilers for a really
Spoilers,
bad movie.
yeah, don't, yeah.
Sorry, don't waste your time with G.I. Joe 2.
Oh, he plays Stone!
I don't remember that. That's just Brendan Fraser.
Ooh, that's not a flattering photo.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad photos of him out there, but, you know, he's still Brendan Fraser. He still looks awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that was all it was. We still have the episode list up for Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
But that's what we got for this episode.
There we go.
So make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Tell a friend of me.
Yeah, tell a friend of me. Catch us on here if you want to watch our nonsense live instead of listening to it.
And us eating Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, and apparently it's us eating Sour Patch Kids because I saw them and I was like, no, I'm gonna have those. All right. Anything else you have, Dad?
No.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.